Hello students, Unit 3 continuation video. In our previous video, we learned when a current carrying conductor is placed nearby the compass needle, then the compass needle shows some deflection. If suppose the direction of the current reversed, then the deflection direction also reversed. Here in Biot-Savart law, here Biot and Savart are the two scientists. They found a mathematical expression to find the value of the magnetic field produced by a current carrying conductor in free space. Here I consider a conductor like this. This is a conductor. I am applying some potential. Due to this potential, current I flowing in this direction. Then I consider a length element, that is dl vector, at that center point O at a distance r the point P is located. At that point the magnetic field produced, that is dB vector. Then the angle between dl vector and the unit vector, that is r cap, is theta. Here current is flowing in this direction. Then the magnetic field at the point P is dB. Then the magnitude of that magnetic field is proportional to I dl sin theta by r square. Here the magnetic induction produced at the point due to a small length element carrying current is directly proportional to strength of the current and directly proportional to length element and directly proportional to sine of the angle between dl vector and r cap and inversely proportional to square of the distance between the point P and the length element. Then we can rewrite as dB is equal to k ideal sin theta by r square. Then we know the value of k is equal to mu naught by 4 pi because it is a magnetic medium. Then dB became, here mu naught represent, we are placing in a free space, vacuum or air. Then if suppose if we write in vector form, then we can write dB vector is equal to k became mu naught by 4 pi. Then I dl ideal vector cross r cap by r square. Because we know very well a vector cross b vector is equal to a b sin theta. Here a cross is a ideal vector and b cross is a unit vector. Then we can write ideal unit vector value is 1, so 1 into sin theta. Then this dB vector is always perpendicular to both ideal vector and r cap vector. It is a resultant vector always perpendicular to these two vectors. If suppose in order to find the total magnetic field at P due to this entire length element, so we need to integrate this. Then B vector is equal to integration of dB vector. Then integrating this we get mu naught I by 4 pi constant integrating dl vector cross r cap by r square. Here we see some cases. Case 1, if suppose point P is placed on the wire here on the conductor. Listen, the point P is placed on the conductor, then theta became 0 degree. Theta became 0 degree. Put the value here, then dB became k I dl sin 0 degree by r square. then dV became 0. Okay. On the conductor does not produce magnetic field when current flowing on it. Okay. Suppose case 2, the point P is placed perpendicular to the conductor. Okay, perpendicular means 90 degree. Here this is a perpendicular point. Okay. If suppose that point is here, then theta became 90 degree. Okay. At that case theta became 90 degree, then dB is equal to k I dl sin 90 degree by r square. We get dB is equal to k I dl by r square. We get maximum magnetic field. Okay. Here we see some similarities between Coulomb's and Biot-Savart law. Okay. We know Coulomb's law, it is a force of attraction or repulsion between the two charges. Okay. Then the electric field of the using Coulomb's law, we get the electric field E is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught q by r square. Here Biot-Savart law gives the information about magnetic field. Okay. Then dB is equal to k ideal sin theta by r square. In both the two laws, they are inverse square law. Okay. Here it varies with the distance. It is a long range fields. These two fields are long range fields. Okay. Then it also obey superposition principle. Okay, that's why then E is directly proportional to Q. Here the electric field is directly proportional to magnitude of the charge. Here the magnetic field is directly proportional to length of the current element. Okay. Here let we see some difference between Coulomb's law and Biot-Savart law. Okay. Here the electric field is directly proportional to magnitude of the charge. Okay. Here the magnetic field is directly proportional to ideal current element. This Q is a charge, it is a scalar quantity. This ideal is a vector quantity. Here electric field depends on scalar quantity. Here magnetic field depends on vector quantity. Then the direction of the electric field is always in the line joining the source and the point where the electric field would be calculated. Okay. On this point, on this line, the direction of electric field will be there. Okay. Here the direction of magnetic field is always perpendicular to r cap and ideal vector. Okay. Then here electric field does not depends on angle. Depends on angle. See, because here there is no theta. Okay. But it magnetic field depends on angle. Depends on angle because of that sign term. Okay.